All right. A little late start this morning. We had a snowy night, so we're just gonna wait a sec to see if anyone joins. I was waiting for the sun to come up before letting the birds, not the sun to come up, but we got some snow, so I was waiting for the sun to melt it all. So we're gonna get started. We had a little snow, so it's just kind of waiting. Welcome to the show. I'm about to let the birds out. We're a little behind schedule, like I said, but I just wanted the snow to kind of go away. I don't like it, but we'll let them out right now. How we doing? We're here in USA, California this morning. Birds haven't been out in 3 days maybe, so I'm not going to push them too hard. If they want to fly, I like them to do the 45 minutes to an hour. If they don't want to do that, they don't have to today. Ooh. So we had the show, and then we had bad weather yesterday, and I wanted to give them a break Friday, so here we are Monday, back at it. Snowed overnight. We hardly get snow, but it's starting to melt. That's why I got a late start today, just waiting for the snow to melt. I don't care for snow much. And by much, I mean I don't like snow. Here in the USA, my friend, California. Where are you at, gamer? India, how you doing? Good morning, good late afternoon, good evening. Not sure the time where you're at, but glad to have you here. We'll watch the birds loft fly, check on all the breeders, the usual. We won't, if they fly for 45 minutes, that'd be great. They've been in for, like I said, 3 days. So they're staying over there again today. Yeah, see, I'm 10:30 California time. It was very ugly till maybe 30 minutes ago. Sun started finally burning through. That's cool. Nice, North Carolina. I sent to One-loft there in North Carolina, and that poor gentleman lost pretty much all the birds. I can't remember what it was called, but just such a sad loss. Lost all the birds. I think except 100. I don't recall. I don't hold on to all the data in my head the best. Especially once the birds were gone, I stopped paying attention. But I'll look back into it and look what it was. I'd be surprised if he has a race this year. It was probably really upsetting. Punch to the gut. You're right. We had one bird had an injury last week, but she's looking better. She came out. She's not flying. We won't force her. She had a little wing injury. He had a hock injury he's recovering from. And he just unmotivated, doesn't fly. But he's always there, holding the loft down. I'll have to look. I don't know off the top of my head. I have a terrible memory. Let's peek in on the breeders and fosters, see what they're doing. Picked this guy up at the show this weekend, on Saturday. And I only picked him up because he is related, I believe, to one of the cocks I have, related to the shadow line. Breeders are all looking. Oh, we're getting hatches here. So that's good. Lots of eggs. Easy, sweetie. Babies are all doing okay. Here's these babies hatched some days ago. Everyone looks okay. We got to get them some food and water. Looks like they ran out. They got only just a little bit left in their food trays. There's our new friend right here. Huge wattle. Love that. Snow's melting quickly. Let's find our team. There they are. They always fly a different pattern. I find it interesting. They're all over the sky some days. So birds have been flying 10 minutes already. like them to fly the 45 minutes to an hour without pushing them. They've been locked up for 3 days, so I'm curious to see how they do. They might, maybe they won't do that time, but we won't force them. If they come in early, they come in early. So that bird I brought in from the show is related to him. And so I want to see over time if I bred him, or that bird I brought to her, if we'd get good results as well. So here's the Shadows babies. Coming along nice. I'm getting ready to switch these birds. So I'll put her to a different cock and get him out of here and find him a different hen. I have a different cock I'm gonna put to her next. So the cock I just bought, he'll be the next second. So once I get two rounds out of the next cock, I'll switch them. But she's just been feeding. She's so messy, it drives me nuts. Constantly flipping things over. Here's these babies. Gotta go around, freshen everyone up, their food, and make sure they have what they need. How's everyone doing this morning or afternoon? Thank you for joining. That's cool, Thomas. Nice to meet you. Welcome. Again, so these guys, I'm just waiting for them to finish this round, and then I will be splitting up. I'll be taking this cock out and switching the cock to that hen. Rain here in California, you really see where your building is flawed. And it rains one time here, and I can see I have some water issues in certain areas. So here, research and development. So I took out the other hens. My buddy was saying some cocks just don't want to play your game. So you have to find the right birds that want to play your game. He was being very aggressive with the other two hens in here. Just most of the time just chasing them around. So either he said to raise the water up and the food up off the ground because he's being too territorial of the ground. And then that might help. But I'm going to try that after. I just need to start getting rounds from him in these two hens. So, but we moved some hens over here, and we're starting to get some action. These guys paired up. So here's our prize cock. How you doing from Turkey? Slovakia. I don't know how to say that, Thomas, but I love it all. This hen that he's with is a daughter of the hen with Shadow, but with a different cock. And she's just almost perfect. There's one little fault. There's maybe just a little kink to her keel. That could be, I'm hoping that was just bedding or how she sat, or things like that. Sometimes it's genetic. We'll see what her babies look like. But other than that, I like everything. These guys are working on their next round. I took their round and floated it. So they'll sit on the next one they lay. And those will go to another race. It's cool. At the California show, we had some couple gentlemen there that promoting their One-loft series. One in Maricopa. I'll show the paperwork here in a minute. But I'll be sending some races. The 300, the triple 300 was one, and then the California Challenge gentleman was the other. And some of these birds might go to that California Challenge. I'm trying to find just a couple one-lofts in the California area. That way I can go to the final race or, drop the birds off is the main thing. I think the birds getting dropped off instead of spending time in the post office is way better. You need them to be dropped off. Less time in a box, the better. Birds are up there today. Flying 15 minutes already. Again, I'd like them to go another 30 before I take the top off. And again, I just remove this top once I want them to come in. Maybe like a little signal for them. I'm very happy. I don't know if I'll ever race her, but she's healing up nice. But if she don't want to fly, that's okay. But she still wants to come outside. It's never cloudy here. It's usually nice and sunny. How's everyone doing? Thank you for coming in and joining and watching the birds. Which this is just us watching them, just enjoying them. It's just a loft fly every day. So I do like that they're kind of higher up, not in the lines. Let's get our guy off the ground. I really don't like when they're on the ground. I only allow this behavior for the first week or two of a young bird. And then after, then resettling the old birds after taking a break. Just because I think when they're on the ground, they're not paying attention to the hawks. Oh, here's one right here, came in. So she only wanted to fly 18 minutes. And I could see the other ones are losing interest maybe. Sometimes it happens after a break. They've had 3 days in, but we'll see what they do. Again, I won't push them. Like, yeah. I don't like to flag them. I don't want people to think of that as being mean. I was at the post office sending some pigeons and one lady didn't like that. So I really try to watch what I do with them. Sun's finally starting to burn through. I think it's good for them to fly on some cloudy days, just in case on their race course the weather might change, so they got to be okay with some clouds. I don't fly them in the rain. It doesn't rain here enough to do it. It rains a lot at night too. It's a high desert weather up here. Birds are coming up on 20 minutes out. And they can double that. I'll be happy. Always glad to see people stopping in and watching. If you guys enjoy the birds, on the live, maybe check out the, I make some videos on my channel, and it's just through the, I'm just trying to help any new flyers with things I thought. All the questions I have, I try to answer. You know, especially as a new flyer, I had lots of questions, didn't know what to ask. Very simple ones from, you know, banding to weaning, breeding, everything. New flyer has questions. So I'm here to hopefully make some videos to help with that. So our hen that was injured last week, she's so comfortable on the loft, she's just sitting, which is silly. She's healing up nice. And notice she's getting up on the perches, no problem. She came out, no problem. So we'll just, as long as we're out here with them, I think we'll be okay. Again, here's our guy we picked up at the show. I saw him for his wattle before I even saw that he was related to, I believe, the bird I have. So I love that wattle. My prize winner, or the breeder of my prize winners, has a huge wattle like that. So I'm curious to see if that's a trait for good birds. Ralph, this bird right here, I think hit these power lines one day or something. I just noticed one day that she was holding her wing down funny, but now she seems to be doing better. She came out. The one that has, where'd he go? Oh, he's over here on the ground. This one got hit by a falcon, and he's doing better too. But he won't be a part of the race team. None of these birds right here will, just because of injuries. And I just think even being hit by that falcon, he's got internal bruising still probably, and it could take a while longer to heal than just until the scab's gone. So he just gets to come out. How we doing, Roy? Yeah, the showbird, the one that won the trophy, I bred him this year, or I'm sorry, 2024. He actually, I made a video just because I think he's an awesome bird. I made a video of him maybe 2 months ago trying to sell him, and but I don't think I will now. I priced him high just as if he sold, I was gonna do an addition to the loft, but it was glad. I'm glad that I kept him and took him to the show. He won even with one little fault, and so I mean it's cool to win. But let me show the trophy off. So he won Section 5 winner, unflown flying type. Unflown flying type, I like that. He did have one little fault, and I kind of saw it wasn't too bad, but I know next year not to breed him out of that. He has a bigger gullet, I think. But yeah, pretty cool. First trophy at the show. It'd be awesome to win the belt buckle. The one bird lost because of his face, and I actually that bird's been giving me so much trouble that he was a cock. I thought it was a cock, then a hen. Now it's a cock again. So yeah, pretty cool. Won a trophy, and but on to the next one. Can't stop. So it's cool to celebrate for a little, that like an hour, and then now try to figure out how to fix his fault with this the next hen I picked. Oh, look, birds already came in. So they only flew 25 minutes today. I had a feeling they weren't gonna. They had a 3-day break since Friday. They didn't fly. They didn't fly Friday. They didn't fly Saturday. They didn't fly Sunday. So look, and the other guy that won't be a part of the team. He's huffing and puffing. He gets hit at 200 miles by a falcon every time. Comes home, but always with a gash from 200 miles. So he won't be a part of the team. It's just I don't like to see that. And it's a matter of time before probably he doesn't make it home. But every time at 200 miles, he's come home with falcon slashes. Thanks, Roy. I'm glad you were there to watch. It's pretty cool. I'd really like to fly win the fly category, but that gentleman, Mickey, he has a great birds every year. Last year he won too. So we'll just hang out with them. Maybe they'll take off again. They don't look tired. It's the thing, once you get them out of their habit, you got to build them back into it again, even if it's just a couple days. So tomorrow they'll go back out and hopefully do a little more. By the end of the week, we got to start road training probably this next weekend, a week from, about a week. Maybe Saturday and Sunday I'll take them to 12 miles. Oh, did I? Yeah. I was pretty happy. I've tried to get a trophy there for years. All just hanging out on the loft. We won't force them. Maybe we'll take the top off. We'll let them go back inside. 25-minute fly. That's okay. Hopefully tomorrow they do 30, and then a little more every day till we build them back up to the hour. So we'll just let them be pigeons outside for a little bit, see what they do. I'll get them their fresh water and their food. Yeah, Ralph, we'll go over to the feed right now. This is a barley mix. These guys are on a heavy barley mix. Everyone's gonna get mostly barley today because I was a Momo and dropped my 16% all over the ground when mixing. We gotta go get another bag of 16. But So this is the barley mix I'm feeding them, Ralph. So it's just 3 parts barley. So I use this big ass thing. 3 parts, so 3 things of barley, and then 2 things of 16%. And that's what these guys are getting. And I give them double the amount. I like them to have barley all day. So there's 25 birds, say, you know, 50-ish. Feed for about 50. That way they have it all the way to the next morning. It is a little cold at night, so I like them, if they want, they can eat before bed. You know, helps them warm up. Probably time to scrape the loft out after a cold night. Hey, Roy, I don't know if you saw the new addition. This guy with the big waddle. I picked him up at the auction because he's related to Shadow. But he's got some white toenails. Not all white toenails, but his feet were really dirty when he was at the show, and he's all getting all cleaned up now. Come on now. So the next day, usually there's just about this much barley left in there. And so and they can use barley. I think they digest it fast. It burns off fast, so I do like it. I noticed my birds have been flying better when I switched them mainly to this barley. When I kept them just on 16%, once they hit the mountain, I started really losing them in the past flying seasons. This young bird season, I don't know what happened. They just did not fly well young bird season. My falcon buddy says it's because I took them and released them by the lake, which there's tons of falcons sitting over there. So he said take them down and around. The breeders, I just use straight 16%, and I just keep food in there constantly. So I check on them twice a day. I'll feed it in the morning. I'll top it off, and then at night I just like to make sure they have a little extra, especially while baby season's here. But so they'll go through and get all the 16% out, and then just slowly peck at the barley all day. And I'm no feed expert, but I do follow Frank McLaughlin's kind of feeding technique, and he says you want your birds, he says caulky, but it's light. You want them to feel like a water bottle, empty water bottle. And so barley helps with that, and I just learned that watching his videos. You'll see, and he breaks it down better too. Whereas if you ask the old timers at the club, they'll just say, give them barley. But you don't really know the mixture or anything. That's why I think it helps to break it down for folks a little bit in my videos. But the rest aren't coming in because I'm in here. But yeah, this will be part of the team that flies old bird season. I want to get a couple races in. There's only 10. I won't even do all 10. Just, it's a long drive for me to participate. But here's our new breeder. Excited to get him paired to something. He's gonna go second to the hen. I have his relatives to a hen. I'm gonna get him to her here in maybe a month. But I'd like to find one hen before that. But that hen's gonna be paired actually to this cock right here, which is that beach line. And he's really gonna be, I want him on both sides of my families. I want him in on everything. Yeah, we still got some out here. Set the camera in here and we'll start feeding the breeders. Just set you up right here and let you guys watch the birds while I get their feed ready. Like I said, everyone today is getting the barley mix just because I dropped all the food I got on the ground, and I don't want to give them dusty, dirty food. So I got to go back down to town and get them their 16% mix. But right now they'll have like a 12%, I call it. The bedding working great still. No odor. Really recommend that bedding with the zeolite in it to anyone. And all I do is I'll come in and clean boxes maybe once a week. Again, anyone who's watching, we just had some babies hatch. And so this is my Gabby Vandenabeel cock, his babies. But I crossed him to something. So I've been trying to keep, for years I've always been trying to keep these Gabbies pure because that's what everyone likes. But I'm gonna just try to cross them and see if I can't get better results because I've just been getting average with them. So let's go check on, it looks like all the race birds are in. Again, they only did, I think, 25 minutes. So if they can increase 5 minutes a day for the next couple days back up to the hour, let's go ahead and check on them. Yeah, I'll mix barley in too. With the breeders, I'll give them a mix of stuff. Whatever my feed store has, so it's the 16% they'll get no matter what, unless I drop it on the ground like I did yesterday. And then I'll also get whole corn for them, safflower, and I'll just have them all mixed together and they can pick all day what they want. Just barley, the 16%, everything. It's a big trough of whatever they know what they need better than I think. Especially if they're feeding babies, they know what they need. But barley, I've noticed they can eat all day and not gain any weight. But that 16% will make a fat pigeon, so that's why I like it in the breeder loft. But I have a mountain, so I have that these old birds have to fly over, so they have to stay lighter. Feeding can vary from area to area, kind of like the ventilation, I'd imagine. But this is just kind of what works for me in my area, and that's part of the pigeon racing sport. I think you have to figure out what works for your area. The grit, again, they're out of grit at the feed store, and I didn't have time to get some at Bakersfield, so it's just the oyster shells right now. The guy swears my grit's on the way at the feed store, so now that I dropped the food, I'll have a chance to go check to see if the grit's there, since I gotta go back to town. But he swears it'll be here this week, no later than Wednesday, so he gives me a hell of a deal on the oyster shells. It's just, I know they like the other stuff better with the red stuff on it. But no, they don't have any for sale at the show, and that's always blown me away, is that they don't have a vendor there selling. I really hope that I'm gonna mention it to the guys there that I think we really should step up the game at the show. I think it's lacking in some things. It's fun to get together, but I'd like to see a little more professionalism. But yeah, like a vendor there, that'd be great to have the vendors there. It always surprises me there's not a vendor at the show. I think years ago there was, but over the years, we're just getting less and less interest. So that's why I think we maybe need to shine it up a bit, you know. They'll know, yeah, that's pretty much it. And since it's probably costing more to get here. So it'd be cool to have a Jed's vendor be there, because Jed's is only in Anaheim, and Anaheim to Bakersfield is a 3-hour drive. So maybe it wouldn't cost as much. But yeah, if there was more people there, then they'd probably be more quicker to show up and try to sell some. Maybe that's a market I could fill the gap in and start being a vendor. I don't know. But it upset, I just, all those pigeon guys there and not one vendor. But something maybe for me to think about. Maybe I can be a vendor. I don't know. I like selling things. so it would fit my personality. Everyone's just all fat and happy. They'll eat as much as they want. They didn't even stand in the food. You can see they pretty much ate everything, but now they just leave the barley for the rest of the day. Yeah, you'll see. Yeah, it'd be smart to have the vendors there. This always surprises me. So maybe I'll step into that spot and ask what it'll take. But I think first off is just more people need to go. But maybe I can make a little small booth just to help the guys out that are there. But yeah, especially for vitamins, minerals, all those kinds of things. That's really what I like is the grits, vitamins, minerals. That red Vitaking mineral's awesome. I use that as quick as I can get it. I'm already out. You could just put that red Vitaking mineral in a bowl and they'll eat it. But I'll throw it on the grit. When we get the grit in, and I'll show the grit. I'm hoping he has it, man. He keeps saying it's tough. Being a small town with one feed store, I call it a one-horse town. Very limited supply of things for pigeons. A one pigeon flyer up on this mountain. Thanks to everyone for stopping in and watching. Appreciate it. Just enjoying the birds. They didn't fly as long as they usually do. I think the break had something to do, and it's ugly weather. So, again, I don't force them. I think that's a good idea, Roy. I think I'm gonna look into it. And while I'm sitting here talking about it, going, why isn't there this? Maybe I'll be a solution to the problem. I'll look into maybe a Jed's, call them and see what it takes to be a vendor. Because again, Jed's isn't too far. I can go stock up. It's just a 3-hour drive there, 3-hour drive back. And that way, at least the guys at the Pigeon Club can have access to things like that instead of ordering it. I think this is something to think about, Roy. But birds are just chilling now. We'll leave these ones alone. Let's go check on everyone else. I'll go show the guy who won the Section 5. I'll show the bird that won Section 5 yesterday, the trophy. He's with his hen right now. He was well-deserved with his hen. Living like a king. And very surprised to see he won. Just because I saw the one fault on him. But he still just handles like a dream. I think it's hard to really make a perfect pigeon, so let's see, where's he at? There he is. Here's I got that one. Oh, Section 5 unflown type, or unflown flown type. I'm sorry, but it's just got kind of a big neck. Gullet, they called it. I think you're right, Roy. I'd like to find what the products people really like to use regularly and just kind of stock those so they don't have to order it. Here's our bird that is now a cock. I've thought it was a cock, then a hen, now a cock. And I got called out putting it in the wrong section at the show. That was fun. So everyone says it's a cock. Me and one other, my buddy that stopped by said it was a hen too. It's not dominant, not pairing up. I've tried putting him in a pair, putting him in a box with a bird. Didn't like it, so no, I'll just leave him and see what he does. I'll add one more hen in here. Maybe over time he'll pair up. But yeah, there's our trophy winner. And I've already got some eggs going from him, waiting for him to lay his next round with this hen. She should lay any day. I should have wrote it down actually when I took those eggs. I didn't. I was just excited to get them. Toes are all black on my guy over here. All black, no white. These birds were flown. These are all one-loft birds. This one and her brother flew up to 400 miles at the AGN this year. And then my dude in here, he did the final at the Apple Cup. I don't recall the mileage. It's over 300 miles as well. They all do over 300 miles. That's what one-loft birds are, is 300 to 400 mile bird. You know, and so that's really what you got to focus on. Even or odd, I don't understand what you mean, Roy. Look at him. Beautiful bird, I think. So this hen, she's a new addition this year. My buddy gave me her because she's related to the hen that paired up nice with Shadow. So again, just like genetics. I didn't want to bring many birds in, but I'm finding birds that are related to other birds, and I'm curious, you know. But we'll see. She's pairing up with this guy down here. Glad to see that. That was the prize winner at the AGN this year. It looks like they're pairing up. And that'll be exciting. I'm really glad I have other pairs going, because this research and development area, this new breeding style is not going the best, but oh, I gotcha. Right now, let's see. I think I'm minus, because I thought she was a hen, or I thought he was a hen. So I need to add one more hen in here, because that, yes, it is uneven. So, but everyone's pairing by him now. So I'm going to find him a hen. Because I'm hoping that'll help now that everyone else is pairing. I wish you can just breed them all. Like, I'd really like to put that bird I was showing you to this hen actually up here. But yeah, she handles like a dream. My buddy bred her. I picked her out without even looking at a pedigree. She just handles fantastic. Great feeder, great layer. And then when she bred the prize winner, I asked for the pedigree, and it's got the Ganis blood in it. Let's look. The toes. That's right, they were mentioning the toes there. So this bird was damn close to winning. They said the body's perfect. They didn't like his, I guess this face, this part right here they didn't like. Where there's a little step, it needed to be more smooth transition. What's up, Pay? I was wondering if you stopped by. I felt like you this morning, Pay. I had snow out here. It's already melting though. Nothing like you. So let's see, Roy. I don't know if you can see the toes. This bird I was really hoping would have done something, but they said the head wasn't as pretty. Yeah, you get like a foot of snow. I got like a half an inch and I almost fell apart. I don't like it. Yeah, this bird. So I got some ribbons too. She got a second place ribbon, but ribbons are cute for kids, I think. I forgot. Let me show the ribbons. I totally forgot. That's, you know, it's for the bird. It's for them. But yeah, she got second place in that class, and or he. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have a hard time switching that. Been calling it a she for a month. But young birds are already coming out and taking baths. I love to see that. That means they're just learning to be pigeons. You got them. They got to be pigeons by the time they get to the one-lofts, guys. They cannot. They can't not know how to do things. They need to know how to drink, eat, take a bath, get on the perch, come outside. You know, they gotta be able to think. You're right, man. It's the competition in us, man. So here's the other ones. So here's hers, I believe. Actually, I lost hers. I don't know where it's at. That's the wrong one. It should be 1620. It's all right. Hey, check out the trophy. I don't know if you saw it if you were here. So we got the Section 5 winner unflown flying type. So it's just, I bred that pigeon for stock and he did all right. So. Yeah, for a beauty pageant, it ain't bad. I'm hoping next year, they say that other bird, if I find the right hen, it'll click up real nice. So I got to spend some time and find the right hen. Everyone's eating, sitting on eggs, babies. I want to get a good look. I can see this bird's eye lit up outside. Even though for a baby, let's see if we can't. Thanks, bro. Let's see if we can't find. I want to light this baby's eye up. So this is an offspring of Shadow. And they are Gabby descendants. They really handle like Gabby's long-casted bird. But even as a baby, his eyes looking really good. No color yet, but dilation's very nice. Man, let's go out in the sun and see what it does. Yeah, I like that already. That's a nice sign. Yeah, I thought the same thing when I was just looking at him. It caught my eye while I was talking to you guys. Dilates just great. You could feel it moving between your eyes, the muscle. When you put your finger like this and this, and you kind of move them back, and you'll feel that eye muscle moving. Yeah, I like that eye. I want to take them to the show. Let's take them to the showcase. I got a couple new little trays or screens so they don't. I'll show you what I got. Yeah, let's see what he shows like. So I got those green things. Picked those up at the show. That was a little raffle item. Let's put him in here and see how he does for a youngster. He'll be going to a one-loft race. Look at that, right on top. Beautiful. I like that already. This bird is something already. A little large, but he is something. Yeah, the eye is already. Look at that. First time in the showcase, and he's already popped up on the middle right there. But yeah, this just helps so they don't have the poop. Look at that. Even with me bugging him, right back up on the middle. Man. This he'll be a nice bird to send off. I hope he does well. You know, these ones that you like, too much looking at them, then you don't want to send them. But I bred him to send, so I hope he does well. We'll find a nice race here in California, maybe send him to it. Got muscled up already. He is doing well. Sorry, I got my dryer in the background. All right, I couldn't help myself. I went and grabbed its nestmate. Let's see if its nestmate will do it. Roy, I went and grabbed her. So we'll put her in the next cage over. We'll see what happens, because that was beautiful. He's got lots of confidence already, the one we were just looking at. Let's see what its nestmate does. Nestmate's got a nice body. No. Oh, come on now. Not as quick. I think she's gonna, though. No raza way. Come on, sweetie. Get you up on there. There we go. So these are nestmates from Shadow. Not bad. And I'll send them to, I'll find the same race to send them to. Very nice looking youngsters. Have a good day, Pate. Man, I bet he already left. Poor guy's at work. But similar. Let's see if her eye's as nice as the brother, so. Look at our guy over here still standing, still looking great. Let's take her out into the sun. See, nice dilation as well. These youngsters are handling just fantastic already. These are the first ones born this year, 2025. Yeah, they'll either go up to the AGN or the Tar Heel, or there's the new one. I think it's only a couple years old. It's in Maricopa. It's actually not too far from me. I didn't know about it. I might send some of the birds there. Let me talk about that one, because I didn't know it was so close. Yeah, let's see. This is I think this race has only had a couple of years. I met the guy down there at the show. Nice gentleman, Roger. The California Challenge race. Smaller one-loft race might be a good way to start. Looks affordable. Yeah, I might send to this one. It's Maricopa, so hour and a half or hour and 45 from me. I really didn't know it was that close. I think this is his third year. So I think I'm going to send a team there just because it's in California and not very far drive. So maybe he'll have maybe guys can come watch the final event. I'll have to ask him. Or at least just watch the birds come home on the final race because we're not too far away. Yeah, I really scored on that shadow breeder. That's why I couldn't help myself picking him up, Roy. Let me go get the bird I got at the show. I'll put him in the show cage too. He's a descendant of Shadow. But yeah, I think I'm gonna send a team to this. It's close enough. Perch fee's 100 or 5 birds for 400. That's kind of cool. Brand new race, I think. Maybe this is its third year, so he's had 2 other races, and so hard to judge. Because I mean, as you saw from me, if you're familiar with my channels, I tried to have one of these and it went terribly wrong. So I hope it goes good for him. Yeah, for a small race, it looks like it'd be okay. I might give it a try. And I don't know. I just like to talk about these one-loft races here. Just if I send to them, it'd be kind of cool if some of the other guys want to send, and we can have our own little competition at these races, maybe viewers and stuff. But let me go get that bird I picked up at the show, Roy. Maybe I'll have to put these guys back too. Yeah, handle just like Gabby's. Let me go through. Yeah, big old wing. Feathers develop nicely. I can't wait to send these birds off to the one-loft races. Yeah, let me go put him back. I'll go get that bird I picked up. Yeah, top 10 pays. Clocking order at the 300 mile. Price is based on 250 paid entry fees. So maybe here, well, hopefully some of you guys that see this, maybe you guys will go send here. That'd be kind of cool. Let's help this guy out. You seem like a nice gentleman. So, yeah, I'm going to send a team, I think. Small team. Yeah, let me go get that bird I bought. Yeah. So here's our guy that I picked up at the show. He's related to the youngsters. I'll get his pedigree out. He's got the same pedigree, like the same shadow pedigree. Let's see if he gets up. Look at, he won't get up in the middle. Yeah, so he's got pretty much the same. Let me get a shot. All right. So as you see, this is the big deal. This is why I wanted it, because it's the same. So it's got this, where is it? Right there. Winner of 5 first and second. That. Here's Shadow. So this is our new guy here. It's got the Shadow crossed with that top investment that made the Blue Max. Blue Max is responsible for many top prize winners, including at least 11 first prize winners with 4 different hens. And the Shadow line that I had bred a prize winner last year. No, I don't think these had fly records. I think they were all just bred for stock. So Daryl picked this guy up last year. And then I picked up the other one. And then this year Daryl donated him to the club, so I grabbed him up. I wasn't gonna. But let's see. So this is his pedigree. Cosimo I don't know how you say the name that he was bred by. 2019 he was born, so he's 6. He's getting up there in age, but cocks can be a little older in breed. It's the hens, you don't want hens too old, no older than 8. So actually, these are half brothers that I have. So their dad's the same. So the Shadow I have from last year is related to their dad. Yep, 00. So it's GB1300886 is the same. So they're half brothers. That's fantastic. So they just had different hens, it looks like. Yeah, that's great. Look at him. Yeah, he's not confident in the show cage. Look at my small hen is already still just hanging out in the middle. I can't wait for these birds to fly. Look how calm they are. Very calm. See him? He don't even want to participate. A huge waddle. So I guess he's an uncle. He'd be an uncle to my babies here I'm showing you. Fantastic. So hopefully when I get his youngsters, we'll breed. If these come back from the races, we'll start doing some line breeding with those and have that kind of family. The baby's beautiful though. I think this hen handles better than the first youngster. The cock, her brother, she handles a little nicer. But I think he's got a better eye. Her body, I like this. It's like a swoosh. All right, let's go get her back. Yeah, I probably will over time. If he come back, they'll probably go to him too. I try to have 3 cocks to 1 hen every year. you know, then we'll see what happens. Or, you know, I really focused on that last year, switching out cocks with the one hen. And here they all out here bathing. Sun's finally nice, beautiful day. Finally, been waiting all morning. Snow's burning off. Just a couple little patches, and that's snow in California, or where I'm at least. Percentages in like what I send away and what comes back from races. These babies are very cute as well. So these are grandchildren of Shadows. And they'll be going to a race here in California as well. There's my feed right there. I'm surprised our friend Gil didn't show up. I did some research about sending birds into India and they don't allow it. So, unfortunate. Yeah, getting time. Probably gonna clean this up tomorrow morning. We'll get all this cleaned up. So far, the hen I'm mainly switching cocks to, she bred. I have 10 that I sent away. That one hit the prize so far. There's some I don't have any results with still because that's the late hatch series race that's starting. Lots of them finish the races, so there's, you know, she produces birds that will finish the race, and so I'm just trying to speed her up. And so that second cock that I put her to last year has bred the best birds so far. So I sent 2 away, 2 came home, 2 flew all the way to the 400. I sent 4 from another cock to the Apple Cup, and actually only 1 of the 4, I believe, returned this year. That was this year. Last year I sent 1 and 1 returned from her. And so, but yeah, I could probably get a little more exact on who hits the prizes and stuff. She's only bred 1 prize winner so far. She bred the Czech prize winner, yeah. But I really think it's the cock with the good genetic, because he was bred to a different hen who then bred a prize winning Czech as well. He's over here. And he's actually paired to the hen from her. Let me put them in there. She's wanting food. She dumped her food everywhere, and that's why she'll come and bug like this at the front. Yeah, but when I researched to India, they don't allow pigeons because they don't consider them pets or something like that. I don't know. So it's really just not worth. There's got to be someone in his area with pigeons too. So, and she made a mess. Let me get her cleaned up here. So our buddy here, Shadow, though, he don't have as big as a waddle as his half brother. You got that right, Roy. I think we're breeding them to be a little too. They're fast, but I think they're getting dumber. And that happens, I think, with a lot of things when we start focusing on just one trait. So anything when it's potency, speed, anything, it might get dumber or weaker. So I think that's going to happen with pigeons. Water's over here. Let me sit you down to watch him. Like to see them to be building the nest, using the pine needles. They're very good parents. One of my best foster parents. I bred from them last year, sent to the Martinez Classic. Bird did okay. Everyone's just calm. Kind of want calm lofts. Not lots of fighting. Plenty of room so they can come out here. Plenty of perch space outside. Some will just come and sit right here. This one, all kinds of perches. They want the ladder perch, block perch, V perch. What kind of perch you want? We got it for them. Yeah. Yeah. Trying to preserve them, probably. Now they're just showbirds, and I'd like to really get a hold of the racing show homers. The judge there was showing me pictures if he got any. Those are beautiful. I'd love to get into showing those. They can't fly. Those are just you saying that reminds me of those race show homers. They fly around the loft, but I guess they just barely get it done. But they are beautiful looking. Here's that one Roy the other day was squeaking. Him and his siblings just still squeak. They don't have canker or nothing. They don't have the confidence like our big guys here. That bothers me. They were a new pair, but I think those are signs that they're just going to be average pigeons when they're like it's still squeaking. Same age as Shadow's offspring too. But there's the other one, still squeaking as well. I have a feeling those are going to be more average. These ones right here. But maybe I'll just send them to Futurity. That was the ideal, but I'm not even getting good feelings for sending them to one of those races. I just don't like they're smaller. They're still squeaking. Look. So Shadow's right next to one, I believe. Nope, I'm sorry. He's just a big boy. But just such a smaller bird. These ones are very nice, growing very nice and healthy. Very excited for these youngsters. Everyone's on eggs and babies. It's just that time. Keeps everyone calm. My guy here on eggs. She's getting ready to lay. I'm really hoping one of those new pairs over there lay and I can float some eggs. He's on floated eggs. Should hatch soon. Yeah, I don't like when they're high strung like that. I like to be able to walk in here. They're just walking around me. I think you have to be calm as well. If you're a high strung person, your probably pigeons are going to be a little more high strung. But I try to be calm around them. Some babies on our Gabby Vandenabele. So he's a bigger bird. So I'm going to try to find, I'm hoping a bird off of, a hen off Shadow comes back and I'll breed that hen to him. Because it's two different Gabby lines. Yeah, so if the bird, they losing birds more than ever now, I think. Just because of breeding for speed and not much of a brain, you know. But they gotta have a good brain, good genetics. Probably comes from having good genetics, will more than likely have a good brain. But every once in a while, even those two birds, you know, I don't like this one. And that was from two birds that flew at a race, did okay. But sometimes I think I think genetics lean towards average too, a lot of the time. And I think we have to deal with that. You know, it's part of the sport. You're gonna get more average than ace. I think you're right too, Roy. I don't know. I might not even send them, just because I just don't like how they're acting. I don't like squeaking when they're on the floor. They should. The babies off Shadow were already coming outside and taking baths. I don't think I've seen those babies. I don't know where they are. He's got a nice eye out in the sun too. All right. Well, I better start my day. Everyone, thank you for stopping in. Roy, thanks for hanging out with me, man. Appreciate it. I'm gonna skedaddle. Got a couple real estate things to do, so I'm gonna get out of here. Again, if anyone does find this enjoyable, I do have some videos on my channel helping young flyers, hopefully, and new flyers alike. Old flyers, I feel like they probably know everything, but if you guys want to watch, they're made for you too. All right, man. Like, share, subscribe. See you guys all later.